Yes. Last session we have seen about equivalent to a lookup. So once again, because this is a more vital and important feature, I'm just redoing it one more time. So let us go to data, get data. Based on the part number, I want to get the name and rate. Get data from file from Excel workbook and select that file. The file name is part sales tracker. Import. Select both the sheets. Select multiple items and I'm selecting the part master and sales distribution. Transform data. It lands into Power Query. As usual, check the column quality. Heading is correct. Data type is correct. Green. Yes. If we selected the tables. Morning, afternoon we did it. I'm recapping it again. This already you have completed. I'm recapping it. Just you want to explain it also. So, data. Get data from file from Excel workbook. Select that file. The file name is part sales tracker. Import. I'm selecting both the sheets. That's all. Nothing new. I am selecting both the sheets. Select multiple items. Part master. Sales distribution. Transform data. As usual, check for the column quality. Whether the heading is correct. Data type is correct. Check the column quality. Now, tell me where do you have to place the cursor? Sales distribution. Then, go to Home tab. Tell me whether I can go for merge query or we have to go for merge query as new. Merge query. So, click on merge query. Under merge query, already the first table is selected. That's my sales distribution because that's my current table. Select the second one on the bottom. That is part master. And what is the common column between both the table? Common column. Part number, part number. What if you have two columns? That we will explore it in another few minutes. And we have several other options here. Left outer, right outer, inner. Right outer is from looking from bottom table to the top table. Full outer means both the tables, all the rows and columns. That's very rarely used. Inner, left anti, right anti, we will see it in another few minutes. So if you want to go for a lookup, then we have to select the first one, left outer. Don't select the fuzzy match, approximate match, spelling mistakes. I will show you an example of the fuzzy match also later. Now it's not a fuzzy match, it should be an exact match. Okay. Yes. Now you expand this part master just by clicking on the arrow mark. And what are all the columns you want? I want the name and we want the rate. And I don't want this part master dot part name, part master dot rate. So let us uncheck this original column name as prefix. Okay. So we got the name and we got the rate. So similar to a lookup function. Without writing VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP, we got both the columns. What will happen if the data is not available? For example, that matching part number is not available on the part master. It will show you as null. So you have to decide. The null can be replaced with not found, empty, some other value. If the data is not available, it will show it on a gray and change it as per a right click, replace value and you can change it. Yes. Now, the purpose of doing this, why I got this name. Name is to know what is the part name. And the rate, why we got the rate is, I want to multiply the rate with my quantity. So this Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 plus Q4. I want an extra column called as year quantity. And I want to multiply the year quantity with the rate so that you will get overall total sales. I want the total sales value. So it's very simple. Select the first, this four columns, this Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. Select this four column using the shift key or control key. Control key means one by one, shift key means continuous. So hold the shift key and select all the four columns. Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. That is planned, sir, planned. That is planning. For this year, they have planned for 705. We are going to compare plan with actual. I think for this, that's not required. We'll select this Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Now tell me, in morning I told you there are two ways of creating the formula. One is you can go to the transform and create a formula. Another one is you can go to the add column and create a formula. Now I want Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 plus Q4. I want year quantity. Tell me, where can I go? Can I go to transform or can I go to add column? Add column. Superb. So in Excel, if you are using the same thing in Excel, what we do? So assume this is in column A, column B, column C, column D. What we will do is equal to A1 plus B1 plus C1 plus D1. That's one way. Another way is equal to sum of A1, B1, C1, D1. Both are same. Same thing here. Select all the four. Go to add column. Statistics sum. Sum of Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. This is also okay. You can use this or else standard, under standard, add. Addition of all these four columns. Add Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Both are same. Adding four columns is also same. Sum of all the four columns is also same. You can use any one, your wish. Let me go for this. Standard, add. Yes. So we got the addition of all these four columns. Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 plus Q4. This is sum of all this Q1, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. So writing the formula and function is very, very, very simple and very, very, very easy here. And I recommend whenever you apply steps like this, try to have some meaningful name for it. Today I will understand what is this inserted sum. When I open the file tomorrow, I may not understand what is this inserted sum, what I did. So better right click and rename the steps. I think morning also we discussed this. Rename it. What is this step? In the step, what we did is we have summed up sum of Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. So in this step, we have created the sum of Q1 or addition of Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. For our understanding, we are giving some meaningful name. And double click to rename this. This says addition, double click, and I think it is year quantity. Okay. Now, I want you to try. For this, I will not give you minutes. You have to do it within seconds. Add a column. I want you to add a column. What is the column name is? Let us give the column name as total sales. And what is the formula? Formula is very simple. Rate into year quantity. Multiply the rate into year quantity. I want the Q1 sales. Sorry, total sales. As an indicator, you have to take only seconds, not minutes. You have to do it within seconds. Minutes here to good. Few seconds you have to do this. Done? Yes. How to do this? Select both the column, rate and quantity. Then, then add column, standard, multiply. That's all. Very simple. So, add column, standard. I want to multiply these two columns. Last session we have added 3 or 4 columns. Now multiply 2 or 3 columns. Multiply. Yes. The column name can be total sales. By now you would have understood why I am doing everything. You can say this. These are all the things we can do it in normal Excel itself. Why are we doing it in Power Query? I think I explained several times. Why are we doing this in Power Query? Why can't we do it in Excel? We are traditionally using Excel. New data, huge data. It will handle the huge data, new data, added, get updated. And one column is having, so there are 10 lakh rows. Excel will handle. This will work perfectly. One disadvantage is, if you start using it, you will never use the formula. You forget the formula. Forget all the formulas. We forget to add. Well, 2 plus 2 get all, no one is saying it. They will take the calculator and put it and say the answer. Right. Start using, we never use the formulas in here. Because formula is not required. Everything is automated. Yes. We'll see another 2 or 3 formulas. Now, I want to calculate the tax value from the total sales. I want to know the tax value. Let us take the tax value as 18%. If you want to multiply 2 columns, it's very simple. Select the column 1, column 2 and go to add column, multiply. That's very simple. But here, from the total sales, I want to multiply 18%. 18% of the total sales. 2 methods once again for this. Select the total sales. Go to standard. You can do 2 things. One is you can go for multiply. Multiply, type 18%. Or there is one more option called as percentage. So out of this, what is the percentage you want? 18. Let me try this. Standard, multiply, select that column total sales, standard, multiply with what? That is 18%. You have to give 18% or 0.08. Either 18% or 0.08. Okay. Yes. So this is 18% of my total sale. Multiplying with a particular value. Based on what? But each part number you will have a percentage. No? Just multiply that column with another column. No, sir. அப்போ அது multiply அந்த column இங்க இருக்கும் இல்லையா? Multiply that column with this column. How we did it for quantity into rate. That will be in the column wise. Multiply that. That's very simple actually. Quantity into rate column the concept தான் அது. This is for a standard value. Now, let us rename this column. Double click. What is this column? Tax. Tax value or something. Now, for example, I want to round off this column. 115.04. If I round off it, could you tell me what could be the value I will achieve it at the last if I round this? What should be the value after rounding? 34115. Okay, fine. Let me take this one. So let us take this one. 219320.64. If I round this, what should be the value? 219321. So after the decimal place, if the value is more than 5, it will add one value here. If it is less than 5, it will retain the same value. So let me select it. I select this. Once again, you have to tell me the rounding is available. When I go to the add column, there is a button called as rounding. When I go to the transform column, also I can see there is a rounding. Tell me which I can go off. Whether I can go for add column or I can go for transform column. Why? Why can we go for add column? It will create the rounding in another column which is not required. We have to do it here itself. Super. Transform. Rounding. 3 roundings. Round up. Always it will round up. Whatever the value after the dot, either it can be more than 5 or less than 5, it always rounds up. Whenever it's more than 5 or less than 5, it always rounds down. But I want to round it based on the value after the decimal. So go for normal round. And as per the value here, this is the first decimal. 0 is the first decimal. 4 is the second decimal. And it's asking in which decimal places you want to round it. I want to round it after this dot. This is first, this is second. So this dot is 0th decimal place, 0. So after this dot, it will check whether it is more than 5 or not. So you should use 0 here, 0. Same like in Excel also we have to do the same thing, 0. 0 means after the dot. After the dot, if it is more than 5, add one value. Less than 5, retain the same value. Okay. Yes. Perfect. 304115. 219321. So we got one added here. I believe this you cannot do it in Excel in same column. You can round off it in another column. Same column you cannot round it in Excel. You can remove the decimal place, but it will not get rounded. Value, if you put a total, it will give you the different answer. It will not get rounded. This part cannot be done in normal Excel. Okay. Now let us see another 2 or 3 formulas. So we have seen how to add a column, multiply the column, divide a column, percentage of a column. Can I do multiple operation within one formula? Multiple operation with one formula. For example, let us take this let us take this year quantity, and there is one more column called as planned year quantity. There is a column called as planned year quantity. There is another column called as year quantity. So this first part number for a particular region, they have planned for 705 for that particular year. But achieved is only 697, less than my target. And somewhere else they have planned for, I don't know whether more, 555, but they have achieved more than that. So actual versus plan. So this is plan and this is actual. So I want to write a formula, variance. I want to compare this actual versus plan, and I want to write a formula called as variance. To find a variance, what is the formula is equal to actual minus plan divided by plan. This is a formula for finding the variance. If this output is in positive, that means we have achieved our target. If this output is in negative, that means we didn't achieve the target. If we achieved the target, how much we have achieved it? If we didn't achieve, how near we are to achieve the target. So it will give you the output here. So I am going to write a formula where 2 operators. Subtracting 2 column is very simple. Select both the column, go to subtract. Dividing 2 column is very simple, go to divide. But here I have to use 2 things. One is subtraction, another one is division. So if you want to use multiple operators like this, where can I do this? Add column. Go to add column. Under add column, custom columns. Add column, custom columns. Click on that custom columns, and what could be the name of that column? Let us give some name. Maybe that name is variance. Maybe I'll make it as variance percentage. Yesterday we created the calculated field. Same thing will be available. All the available columns are displayed here. Actual. Let me take this actual. Year quantity is my actual. Double click, or you can type it here. YRQTY, or instead double click on the year quantity. Actual minus you have to type it. Planned year quantity is here. Double click on it. Actual minus planned year actual quantity, that is year quantity, minus the planned year quantity divided by planned year quantity. Double click. Is my formula correct? Why? You have to put a bracket. Why? Very good. We would have studied in schools or colleges. BODMAS. What is BODMAS? Bracket of division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. All your arithmetical calculation will work based on this BODMAS concept. So as per my example, my formula, we have 2 things. One is there is a subtraction, there is a division. So as per BODMAS theory, first D, then S. So first it will divide, then it will subtract. But what is my expectation is first it should subtract, then it should divide. So open a bracket before this, close the bracket here. Within bracket. So as per BODMAS theory, first bracket. So first within bracket we have subtraction. So first it will subtract, then it will divide. It doesn't have any connection with the power query. Just a mathematical, arithmetical concept. That's all. Okay. Yes. So we got the variance percentage, but unfortunately this is not in a percentage format. Could you tell me percentage data type? How can I convert this into percentage data type? Percentage data type. Transform, detect data type. Maybe you would have not closed the brackets. So I will come. Maybe we'll change this to a percentage. Detect data type will not work. So click on this arrow. Change it to percentage. This one, ABC 1, 2, 3. First time we are going to use this. Forcefully we are changing into percentage format. Yes. Minus 1% means we are lesser, 1% lesser than our target. 23% is more than 23% more than our target. No, that change the type. That is ABC 1, 2, 3. Yes. Now tell me, other than sum if, count if, average, that are all aggregation, which can be done only in pivot. Tell me what are all the other formulas you use it in Excel. Let us see whether we can do it in Power Query itself. We have did addition, we have did multiplication, we did subtraction, we did multiple columns here, we did VLOOKUPs, we did combining. So tell me what are all the other formulas function you use it in Excel. Let us see whether we can do it in Power Query. Sum product. Sir? Sum product. Sum product is aggregation. Aggregate, sum, average, sum product, that can be done only in Excel or a pivot table. Aggregation, summing, averaging, counting, that is only in Excel. Other than that, any other formulas, functions? Someone has asked for this in the morning. I think you have asked for this. If there is some empty rows, empty cells, some data, unwanted cells, unwanted empty cells or empty values are available, I want to clean up it. For example, assume that in part name, I have some empty cells or I have some unwanted characters, I want to clean this. Select this part name, transform. There is an option called as format. Under format, lowercase, capital letters, small letters. I want to convert everything into capital, uppercase, lowercase. Trimming and cleaning. Unwanted characters can be trimmed. Unwanted space, when you download the data, there may be some unwanted space. That unwanted space will get removed if you are using this trim. Clean means some junked characters, some other non-printable junked characters, that will be cleaned. So trim. If there is unwanted spaces, it will clean it. So select the column, transform, format, trim, clean. For removing the unwanted spaces. Here we don't have it. Someone has asked in the morning. I think you asked.
First two columns, first two characters are in space. Two spaces, how do we?
You have a space. But here, instead of space, Let me take, I have an hyphen. Wherever I have an hyphen, same like if you have a space, before the space you have to remove it, after the space you have to remove it. Or let us take here as hyphen or a bracket, or even I can take the space also. If there is a space, I want to bring this. Before the space, I want to bring it. Select the column. Whether you want to bring it in the next column or in the same column. I want to bring it in some other column. Add column. Extract. First character, last character. What is the first character? First 2 digits. Last 2 digit. Range. From second character to 10th character, I want to extract. Text before delimited, text after delimited, text between delimited. For example, as you have told, I want it before the space. There is a space. Before the space, I want this in a separate column. So what I will do? Text before delimiter. What is a delimiter? Space. Just put a space bar. Okay. Yes. We got everything before the space. After the space, within the bracket, first 3 characters, last 3 characters, anything. In Excel, we use left, right, mid, text to columns.
Extract after that?
No. Which you want to extract, you have to decide. Here, I want to extract it before the space. Extract. I want it before the space. So, go to text before delimiter. What is a delimiter? Space. Space and say OK. That's all.
Yeah, we can add columns and put the formulas, and we are like for year quantity we have added 3. In Excel, like if you don't know what they have done, if we go into a cell and click in the formula bar, we can see like they have added this column and this column. Something we can see the formula what they have done. But here, can we see like that?
It's there, no? You click here and go to the settings. Here you can see the formula, or if you know the language, you can see the formula there on the top.
Okay, like,
Here also it's there, on the top also it's there. Same formula bar.
but in settings only.
Apply the steps.
Okay. Because like
Because we cannot see it here, because
yeah.
in the same formula, in the same column, I would have applied rounding, same formula, I would have applied trimming, I would have did so many things in one column. So you cannot see everything. That step, click on the step and see.
okay.
Yeah. Tell me. Special character. அதான் நீங்க இதானே இந்த ஆம்னி தனியா வரணும், அபெக்ஸ் தனியா வரணும்.
Same word on a bracket மட்டும் remove பண்ணணும்.
அதான் யூ வாண்ட் ஆம்னி அபெக்ஸ் ஹியர், கரெக்ட். எக்ஸ்ட்ராக்ட் டெக்ஸ்ட் பிட்வீன் delimiter. Starting delimiter is open bracket, closing delimiter is close bracket. Okay. அங்கேயே வேணுமா?
Like a full word இருக்கணும், just on the bracket மட்டும்.
First remove that, then combine. Because there are 3 delimiters. You cannot do it. Do it once, then combine it. Merge. Any other? Maybe one formula I will explain. Maybe I don't know whether you are using it. More frequently used in the industries is another one is the if function. For example, conditional formula based on the region. Let us take the zone: east zone, west zone, north zone, south zone. Assume that I have some logistic costs, travel expenses. If the zone is south, my cost is different. If the zone is north, my cost is different. If the zone is east or west, the cost is going to be different. So based on the zone wise, I want to give a different cost. So let us go for add column again. Conditional column. Add column, conditional column. It's equivalent to writing if function. I don't know whether you have written if function. Another most frequently used function in the industry is if. So select the column. No need for selecting the column. Just straight away you can go to add column, conditional column. No need to select it. Add column, conditional column. What is the column name? Maybe logistic cost. So logistic cost. That's my column name. If based on which column? Zone. Zone name is equal to. It automatically turns into equal to. If I select a number, you can see it automatically gives you the greater than, less than. Here you can see it does not equal to, greater than, less than. Based on your data type, this will change automatically. So let us go for zone. It's case sensitive. Assume that I want to check one column with another column. Actual versus plan. One column with another column. There is an option available here. Select column. So one column can be compared with one more column. Column A can be compared with column B. That also can be done, but here I'm not going to do it. Enter value. Zone is equal to enter value. What is the value? It's case sensitive. Capital or small letter. South. If the zone is south, what is the output I want? Maybe something, some sample, 1000. Wherever my zone is south, I want 1000 as my cost. Add clause. Second condition. Zone is equal to north. Something, 2000. Add a clause. Zone is equal to west. 3000. Add a clause. Zone east. 4000. If it is not south, if it is not north, if it is not east, if it is not west, at last, else 0. In Excel, you have to write 4 if function, 4 bracket open, 4 bracket closed, double quotes equals to. Every text character you have to put a double quotes in Excel. But here it's very simple. If function. Okay. Yes. You can see based on my region name, the cost is changing. Click on the add conditional column. This is my formula. South zone is 1000. North zone is 2000. East, west. If function. Okay. Any other? One formula I'm parking it, date function, because there is no date column available. Probably in the next session. While utilizing the date, I will tell you how to find the date. Difference between two dates, separating the date, separating the month, separating the year. That part we'll see it in the next exercise. Since this data doesn't have any date column, I'll say okay. Now tell me, I want to load this data. Before loading the data, please check your column qualities, whether the data type is correct. Unfortunately, this logistic cost, the data type is not right. You can see it's ABC 1, 2, 3. So please do check that. Otherwise, if you sum it up, it will give you the wrong result. So how can I convert it as a proper data type? Transform. Detect data type. Very good. Now you have to help me here. This will know how you understood that loading. The correct சொல்லிட்டீங்கன்னா you understood that loading concept. Home tab, let us see. Home tab, close and load to. Tell me what we have to do here. Close and load to. Tell me what I have to do here. Only create connection. Okay. Then no need to select this. Why? Two table. I don't want two tables. Okay. Then right click on sales distribution. Why? Because is already the mapping column we got it in sales distribution. Why to unnecessarily load this part master? It's not required. That mapping column we already got it in the sales distribution. So what is said is correct. Right click, load to, add this data model, because I want only this for my data model. I don't want this part master. So you cannot delete it. So don't add the data model for the part master. Only sales distribution to be added to your part master. Okay. Super. Perfect. File. Save as. Browse. Let us give some name. I think this is 11 parts sales tracker with Power Query. Done? Clear? Yes. Because you already loaded it. If you are loaded, you cannot do it again. So close and load it. Here, close it, close it. See, you have loaded, you will not get the option. Load two. Close and load two will appear only once. After loading to Excel, you cannot do that. Then you have to do everything in Excel. Now the next one, which we cannot do it in normal Excel VLOOKUP or even the XLOOKUP. XLOOKUP also you cannot do it. Maybe in index and match you can do that. But the XLOOKUP may not work straight away. So let us open the next file. The next file is employee data. So I have some employee data, 12. Employee data, 12. Master, there is two sheets. Open that employee data, 12. There is two sheets. Sheet number 1 is master, where we have all the employee master record, branch name, employee number, title, name, gender, email ID, date of birth, date of joining, retirement age, designation, department, and salary. The employee belongs to various branches. And they have selected some employees from various branches. But here the problem is, the employee number is not unique. No, space, that's okay. Unique, what I'm saying unique is, if I select this employee number, go to Home tab, conditional formatting, highlight cell values, duplicate. Almost all the data are duplicated. That means the branch wise, the employee number, let me sort it and check. Data sort A to Z. I want to sort it by branch wise. A to Z. In Bangalore 20036. If I go to some other city also, the 20036 may be available. In Chennai also 20036 may be available here. So the employee number is not unique. As per the branch, in one branch they have given the same number employee number may be available in another branch also. So here we don't have unique values. So I want to compare with two columns. I want to bring the employee name if the branch Bangalore and the employee number is 20036. Both should be equal. Both columns should be equal. We don't have common unique one column. We have two columns here. Let us see how to handle this in Power Query. So now what are we going to do with this? I want to bring the employee name. What is that employee name? Maybe employee name, what are the other employee name? I want to bring it here. Maybe employee title, gender, email ID. This thing I want to bring it here. Matching with branch name and the employee number. Both should get matched. Both. Not one, both. So I close this. Open a fresh new file. 2 unique columns. Not one column. There are 2 columns. Data. Get data. 8th time we are using it. Data. Get data. From file. From Excel workbook. It's very simple here. But when you go for lookup, you cannot do it in lookup. You have to create one more extra column, combine that column and bring it in another column, then put a lookup, which is very complicated. Every time you have to do it. But in Power Query, very easily you can do this. Select that table, a file, that is employee data, 12 employee data. Select that file, 12 employee data. Then import. I think you would have been now well versed. This we are using it for 8th time from the morning, the get data. Multiple items, master and selected. Select both employee master and employee who has been selected. For some other reason, they have selected some employee details from each branch. So I want to map the branch as well as the employee number. It's very simple. Transform data, select both the column, transform data. It goes to Power Query again. Check the column quality. Heading is right, data type is correct. Yes, green, perfect. Select a table, branch name, employee, only 2 columns, both the columns are correct. Now tell me, where do I place the cursor? Selected table. Place the cursor on this selected table. Then merge query. Merge query. Very good. Merge query. It's very simple. Already the branch name and employee number is selected. Go to this. Select the master sheet. First I want to compare with branch and branch. Select this branch. Select the branch. Then hold the control key. First this one is first match. In this Mumbai, under Mumbai, I want to check whether this employee record is available. So 2 matches. Hold the control key. Select the employee number. So you can see 1, 1, 2, 2. This is the first match. This is the second match. So first it will check the branch name. Under branch name, it will check with the particular employee number. Matches. Which is impossible, not impossible, which is very tough in Excel. Left outer, correct. Okay. Now how can I get the employee name and other details here? Click on the arrow and what are all the columns you want? I want the employee title, name, gender, email ID, whatever, date of birth, date of joining, anything. Okay. Yes. So 2 matching columns. I don't know whether you did it in Excel. We have to combine first, put both the columns. A little bit complicated. I don't like this master.title, master.name. Unfortunately, I didn't remove that. Yes. We'll do one more, then we'll see the other part. Another very powerful feature. For example, in a master table, I want to know what is the age of this employees. Age of the employees. I want to know the age. It's very simple. Select the date of birth column. Add column. I think you can help me here. Add column. Then this column is a text or this column is a number. This column is a date. It's a date. So go to date. What do you want? Age. Date only, year, month. I want only the years in a separate column, month in a separate column, weekday in a separate column, date in a separate column, but I want the age. Click on age. So on the right hand side, it shows the age, but unfortunately, age of the employee is shown as 10,594. What is the 10,594? Number of days. From the day he is born till today, there are number of days, but I don't want it. I want the age in years format. Right click on the column heading. Right click on the column heading. Transform. Right click on the column heading. Transform. What could be the next one? Days, months, minutes, seconds, total years, total days, total hours, total minutes. Let us say total years. 29 point something, 32. The first person is 29 years old. Second person is 32 years old, 27, 32, 26, 26. Transform, rounding. Any admin or HR people here? How can I round it? Round up or round down or round for age? Rounding. Any admin HR, how can I round it? What is the age of the person if he is 25 years old and 10 months? What is the age? 25. So it should be round down. So it's not round up. So round down. Don't round it up. Always it will round upwards. 29.02 is 29. 32.96 is also 32. Round down. 29 years, 32 years, 27 years, 32 years, 26, 26. These are all the age of all the employees. Okay. Have you got the age in some other column?
Yes.
After getting the age, it will be shown like this. Correct? Oh. Select the date of birth. Add column. Date. Age. So it will put a age in some other column on the right side. So it will show the age like this. 10,594. Right click on that column. Transform. Total years. I don't want the number of days. I want the total years. By default, it's showing number of days. Make it as total years. Then you will get the output like this.
Transform to days.
Total years. Not days, years. How do you find the age or years? Then you will get an output like this. Correct? 29.02. Select this. Transform. Rounding. Round down. Round down. Transform, rounding, round down. Because age always should be rounded down, not rounded up. After completion of 12 months only, the age will be the next one. 24 means 25. 24 years, 11 months is also 24 years. So you should not round up, it always round down. Okay? Right. As usual, home. Close and load. Close and load it too. I want only the selected employee details. I don't want the master. If you want, you can load it also. I want both the sheets also. You can load it. I think that's not required. Only create connection. Okay. Right click on the, I want only the selected employee details here. Right click. Load to. Add data model. Or you can put it as a table. I want all the list of employee names in a table format. Also, you can put it here. Table, just like a table, rows and column. I am not going to create a report. I want only the employee names and IDs who are all selected as a list. Then no need for only create connection. Put it as a table. Table. Okay. So these are all the selected employee details from each branch. Employee number, what is the title, what is the name, what is the gender, what is the email address. 36 employee has been selected from various branches. Okay. File, save as, browse. This one is employee data with Power Query. Now the next one. Thirteen. Production supplier performance analysis. We have production transaction, work order number, plant name, part number, supplier code, quantity produced and date. Here I want to know the rate of this part, cost. I want to bring the cost of this part number, but the part number is not common. Part number is varying from supplier to supplier. And also supplier name can be repeated. Same supplier can supply to Pune, same supplier can supply to Hosur, same supplier can supply to Chennai also. So no one column common, 3 columns are common. 3 columns are linked. Plant name, part number and supplier code. I want you to try this. Get the data, transform the data, and in the product transaction, display the cost here. I want you to display the cost. Mapping which 3 columns? You have to map 3 columns and display the cost here. In the production transaction, display the cost which is available in the supplier part master. I want you to try this. Try, we'll jump on to next feature. I think you can do it very easily. Here, there is no 1 column, there is 3 column. Single column is not common, there are 3 columns. Based on the 3 columns, you want 1 output. As usual, get the data, transform the data. Same process, nothing new. You are doing it for last more than half an hour. Done? Very good. Next, after this, we are going to see a very powerful feature. I can say it's impossible in Excel. After this. Same merge queries. Last session, 1 column common. அது முந்தி செஷன்ல 2 column common. இங்க 3 column common. அவ்வளவுதான் கான்செப்ட். I want the standard cost here, which is available in part master table. The standard cost, I want to bring it here. Mapping based on 3 columns. Part number is repeated. Supplier code is repeated. Plant name is also repeated. But 3 columns. Same supplier code can be in different plant. Same part number can be for the different plant. 3 columns are common here. Okay, let me try this. Okay, I close the file, open a new file, data, get data from file, from Excel workbook, which is the file name is production supplier performance analysis. Import, select both the sheets, select multiple items, product transaction, part master, transform data. As usual, check the column quality. Once again, heading is correct, data type is correct, fine. Production transaction, supplier part master, heading is okay, data type is okay, green. Now tell me, where can I place the cursor first? Production transaction, home tab, merge query, merge query. Already the production transaction is on the top, then supplier master, then plant name, plant name.
part number,
Hold the control key, part number, part number. Plant name is the first match. In that plant name, particular part number, or you can select first supplier, then plant. Both are same. It's not required. It should be in order. Supplier code, supplier code. If all three are matching, Chennai, this part number, this supplier code, I want the standard cost. What is the standard cost? Let us say okay. So three matching. Plant, part number, supplier code, supplier code. Okay. Expand it. What are all the columns you want? I want the standard cost. Or I want who is the supplier for it. Or I want the part category for it. So everything. Like this, whatever you want, you can get it here. Maybe I'll put the supplier name and standard cost. Remove that original column name as prefix. Okay. Okay. Supplier name may not be there because it's not matching. I'll put the standard cost. Right?
same.
Maybe.
If we select fuzzy,
Fuzzy match I will explain later. What is fuzzy match I will explain later. Only 4 values are matching. The same supplier code with the same part number with the same plant. Close and load. Close and load 2. Only create connection. I'm not selecting this add data model because I want only that production. I don't want the supplier master. Okay. Right click on production transaction. Load to add data model. Next we are going to see another powerful feature. At least this you can do it by concatenation, combine, or index and match you can do it. But the next one you cannot do it in lookup. Normal lookup I can say it's impossible. Let us first save this file. File. Save as. Browse. I'll give some name. I think 13 with the Power Query. Now the real challenge is Let me close this file, Control W. I open a new file. Sorry, next file. 14. Maintenance schedule completed. Let me explain what we are going to do. I'll open maintenance schedule and completed. For example, we have some mission names, mission number, mission name. We'll see two examples. One example is this. One more example, we have it in the next one, that is training. Training nomination versus attendance. That we'll see. First we'll see this part. Now I have some mission ID, mission name, department, planned maintenance and maintenance type. So they are planning for a maintenance for a particular machines. They are planned for some maintenance. And completed. Some mission was completed. They have planned the maintenance and they have completed. Now I want to know what are all the mission we have scheduled but not completed. Still the planning is not completed. We have planned but still it was not completed. I want to know that first. Second, both. I have planned and completed. I want that list separately. One is we would have not planned. Planning illa. Suddenly there is some urgent maintenance. We have completed the maintenance here. So three things I am going to do. First one is scheduled, not completed. Scheduled and completed. Completed without schedule, no schedules. So this is impossible or very, very, very tough. Same thing. Let us take this training as an example. Some people have, I think we got 35 as a nominated people, but attended is only 20. So 15 people as nominated, they didn't attend. I want that list. Nominated, attended. I want that list. Some people would have nominated, not nominated. They have straight away attended this. I want that list. Same like that also we'll take it as an example. Sometimes billing. Material was dispatched, but billing was not done. Billing done, but material was not received. Like this, you want to match something. So let us take this as an example. I'll close this. Open a new file. As I indicated, comparing with two columns, this is literally impossible. Even you cannot go for lookup here. Lookup will find if the data is available, it will post it. It will not find the non-availability of the data. If it is available in the first table, not available in the second table, available in the second table, not available in the first table, available in both the table. That's what we are going to do here. Get data as usual from file, from Excel workbook. Get data from file, from Excel workbook. 14. Maintenance schedule versus completed. K. So maintenance schedule versus completed. I said okay. Select multiple items. Select both the sheets. Maintenance completed and schedule. I'm selecting both the sheet as usual. So we do it for so long time. I remember this is our 10th time we are doing it. Transform data. You can do both ways, but follow one thing. We should not get confused and follow one thing. First clean up it, check whether the data is clean, heading is perfect, data type is correct, green. And schedule, heading is correct, data type is correct, fine. I'm going to follow with one method. Don't get confused. I'm going to start from the schedule here. This one. I'll place the cursor on the schedule tab. Even you can place the cursor and completed and go for it. First, always schedule. So that's why I'm starting with schedule. I want to know which are all the missions scheduled but not completed. First, I want to find it. Scheduled. We have planned for the scheduled maintenance schedule, but that was not completed. I want to do that first. And I want the output, not here. I want output in some other table. All the non-completed mission items, I want it in a separate area here. So place the cursor on this maintenance schedule. Place the cursor on maintenance schedule. Home tab. Merge query. I want the output in some other area. So we have to go for merge query as new. Very good. Already the maintenance schedule is selected on the top. Bottom, what we have to do it is, we have to select the maintenance completed. Merge query as new. Now tell me what is the common column between both the tables. I think only one column. Which one? Mission ID, mission ID. Now, I want to know scheduled not completed. Scheduled not completed. That means what are all the mission available in the schedule, but it's not available here in this completed. It's available here, but it's not available here. So, very simple. Join kind. Left and T. Left. Rows only in first, which is available in first, which is available in schedule, but it's not available in completed. We have not completed it. It is available in schedule. Scheduled, but not done, not completed. Left and T. Rows only from first. Rows only in first. It says selection exclude, not include. Exclude 80 of 100 rows. That means how many rows are matching? 20. 20 mission name was scheduled but not completed. Let us check that. Okay. Yes. So you will get 20 list of missions. This was scheduled, but they have not completed it. The maintenance was not completed. Scheduled it, but they didn't complete this. Still under process. Or yet to be scheduled, yet to be completed. Double click and we'll rename this. Scheduled, not completed. Before the lunch break, Roshanas came here to do this. He got all the list of employees who has not attended the training sessions. 1,000 employees who never attended any one of the trainings. 1,000 employees who all attended. Yes, I have the attendance sheet. Yes, the employee master. So, attendance sheet it's available. Employee master it's not. At the employee master it's available. It's not available in attendance sheet. We got the separate list. Same process. Now tell me, I want to know schedule. I want to know completed and scheduled, both. We have scheduled it as well as we have completed it, both. Merge query as new. Select the maintenance schedule. The bottom, maintenance completed. Common column is mission ID, mission ID. I want the data present in both the table. It is scheduled as well as it's completed. M001 is scheduled, completed. M002 is scheduled and completed. So click here. Inner, only matching rows. Matching in both the rows. It's available in both the table. First table as well as the second table. Both the table. Inner only matching. So 80 of 100 are matching. 80 missions was scheduled and completed. Say okay. Yes. On a separate sheet. These are all the missions. Mission name, department name, planned. I want to know when they have completed, what is the status, that you can get it here. These 2 arrows. Expand the 2 arrows. When they have completed it, I want the completed date. Which technician did this? What is the downtime hours? How many during the maintenance there is downtime? They didn't do anything here. Downtime hours. What is the downtime hours? So I want this 3. If you don't want, you can remove it. That's your wish. Yes.
Can we go through this once?
I have to delete and redo it. Right click, delete. I place the cursor on maintenance schedule. Merge query as new. schedule, here completed. I want to know both the table it should be there. Scheduled as well as completed. It should be in scheduled, it should be in complete, both the table. Select the common columns, inner, matching. Both the table it should match. That mission name should be available in first table, mission name should be available in second table. That's all. Now say okay. Renaming it. Scheduled. Completed. Help me here. I think you can help me here very simply. Place the cursor on the schedule table again. Merge query. Merge query as new. I want to know some machines was completed without scheduling. Suddenly, immediately they have to do some maintenance work. Due to some emergency, they have to do the maintenance work. They are not scheduled, but suddenly they have completed the maintenance part. So maintenance schedule, maintenance completed, mission ID, then write and T. So without schedule they have completed. They didn't schedule it, but they have suddenly, due to some emergency reason, they have completed the maintenance of the system. Exclude 80, once again 20 rows. Yes. Why the data is not displayed? I want the data, I want to see the data. It says null, 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 null. So what you do is very simple. Go to the last. Go to the last. There is a table here. There is a table. You can see at the last there is a table. Click on the table. Handover symbol. Click it. Yes. These are all the machines completed without scheduling. Without scheduling. Sorry, spelling mistake. It will automatically get updated. Suppose we are scheduled and we are completed. One mission is added there. It will get removed automatically from the first table. Yes. Means? It's not in order. Click here. Go here. Just use your mouse. Hand over it your table. Hand over symbol. Click on. That is a preview. It's showing the preview, that's all. And the source. Okay. Actually, here I need all the 5 tables. Frozen load. Flosen load 2. Maybe for the first time we will put all the table in a table format itself. Table format itself. I don't want a report for this. I want it as a table format itself. So first time let us go for tables for the first time. Data model is not required. If you select only connection, data model is required. But here I want a table. 5 tables, 5 sheets. Table. Okay. Yes. So on a 5 sheets, you will generate the data. These are all the machines completed without the schedule. First sheet, scheduled and completed. Second sheet, scheduled and not completed. Third sheet, and original shorts table, maintenance schedule, maintenance completed in a separate sheets. File, save as, browse. (14). Can you tell me how can I do this in Excel? Without Power Query?
Put filter and see.
2 tables you have to filter it. But how can I get all the data as output? Literally, it's very tough. Even if say it's possible, but it's very tough. I use the word impossible. I don't want the. If you want to create a report, place the cursor and go to insert and straight away create it, right? When you need the data model is if it is in Power Query, I want to create a report. That's why I select the data model. Already it's a table. If you want to create a report, just go to insert and create a report straight away. No need for data model here. If you want, you can add it, but that's not required. (15). Before the break, I want you to do this 15th exercise. New sheet. I have opened a new sheet. The new sheet, what I want you to do it is the training and nomination attendance. Maybe the sheet name, file name may be different. I think file name is 15. In 15th sheet, maybe I'll rename that file. It's not 16, it's 15. So I want you to try this. Get and transform the data from the file named as 15, training nomination versus attendance. Using merge query as a new list all the employees attended the training without nomination. But here the challenge is we have 2 common columns between the table. Between the table, we don't have 1 column. Same employee would have attended multiple trainings. One training, multiple employees would have attended. Excel, multiple employees are there. Same person can attend Excel as well as Power BI also. Mapping both. I want to list out all the employee names who has attended the training without nomination. Your output should be like this. I think the output is how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should get the output as 5. Try this. I want you to try this. Get the data, transform the data from the file named as 15 training nomination versus attended. List out the employee list who have attended the training without nomination. They didn't nominate, they straight away attended the session. Try. You should get 5 employee list at last. If you are getting 5, then your answer is correct. And note that there are 2 common columns between the table, not 1. Last session we had only 1 machine ID. But here we have 2 common columns. Which 2 common columns you can decide? It's available on the screen itself. Question is there, answer is there. You have to do it. That's all. Yes. 5 employees. 5 rows. 5. 8 40. What is the employee numbers who got the output? What is the employee numbers? Number 14, 15. When it's available in the first, not available. Available in the second, not available. Both available is enough. Number of items. Your creativity. Then try. I will explain. Okay. Let me try this. Data. Get data from file. From Excel workbook. 15. Import. Select both the sheet, training attendance and training nomination. Okay. Transform data. As usual, select the column quality. First, I will place the, always nomination is first, so I will place the cursor on nomination. Merge query. Merge query as new. First one is nomination, then attendance. Tell me what is the common columns. Employee ID, employee ID. Then, how do we select it? Control key. Training ID, training ID. Now, what is their first expectation is they want to know attended without nomination. Attended without nomination. Second one is attendance, first one is nomination. So, attended without nomination. So, what we have to do here is right anti, because I have selected nomination first and attendance select second. If you have selected in reverse, then you have to put left anti. Here, right anti. Think that this is left, this is right. In olden days, there will be two tables, one on the left hand side, another on the right hand side. But here, one on the top, another on the bottom. Imagine this is left and this is right. Right anti. Exclude 40 of 45. So 5. But I'm not able to see it.
Right side.
Go here. Click. But I'm getting a different answer.
Same. Order
Same.
is same.
51, 54, 53, 55, 50. Okay, this one attendance ID. Oh, I checked with that. Okay. Now tell me, these are all the employees
Attended without
attended
nomination.
without nomination. And I think you would have guessed what could be my next question here. Using merge query, create next to two table. List of employee nominated but didn't attend. List of employees nominated and attended both. Let us try that. Place the cursor on the nomination. Merge query. Merge query as new. First table is nomination, second table is attendance. Employee ID, employee ID. Control key, training ID, training ID. Nominated but didn't attend the session. Left and T. Nominated, didn't attend. 10 peoples. They were nominated but they didn't attend the session. Okay. So these are all the 10 employees who have nominated but they didn't attend the session. Nominated, not attended. The last one. Last one is simple. You can place the cursor on any one of the table also because matching. First, second matching, second, first matching. You can place the cursor on any one of the table for the both matching. Merge query, merge query. Training nomination, training attendance. Employee number, employee ID, employee ID. Training ID, training ID. Join kind, only. Inner only. 40 employees. Nominated as well as attended both. If I want to see the details when they have attended, you can expand this table. Expand it. And what is the attendance date? What is the score? What is the feedback? On it, attendance date when they have attended the session. What is the score they have got it? What is the feedback rating they have given? So if you want this column, you can get it here. Yes. Nominated and attended both. Close and load. I want all the 5 sheets to be loaded. Close and load to table. Let us put it as a table. Sorry, the habit of table. So indicate that these are all the things literally impossible. While save as, browse. Okay. The next powerful feature. One chapter which we started today in the morning. We didn't cover that afterwards. Pivot, power query, power pivot. Remember where we used that power pivot? Or what we used the power pivot? Morning we used power pivot for some reasons.
After getting
Or what we used that? Drill down. Hierarchy. Second time we are going to use the power pivot. 3 tables. Before that we will have a short review for your understanding. Now multiple sheets identical. Multiple sheets identical. I want to combine it. What we have to do? We have to use append query as new. Correct? If I have multiple sheets, the data are similar. I want to combine it, make it as one file. Then we gone to this append query as new. Multiple files identical. If everything is in a particular folder, then I believe we use the option called as combine files. Third one, multiple sheets non-identical, like a lookup. Non-identical like a lookup. So what we did is merge query. Correct? Clear on this? This is what we did it from the morning. Multiple sheets identical, combine it, append query as new. Multiple files identical, combine it, then we have to go for combine files if it is in a particular folder. Multiple sheets non-identical, I want to look up and I want to bring one column to another column. Then we used merge query. Now the challenge is, next I have 3 sheets. Based on 3 sheets, I want to make a report. How many lookups we will write? There are some common columns between two tables. Yes, we can go for merge query. 3 tables, I cannot go for merge query. I cannot go for append query also. But we are going to connect all the 3 tables. And we are going to create a report based on 3 table, 4 table, 5 table, 10 tables. For example, if I open the next sheet, business transaction. In business transaction, I have 6 sheets. All the 6 sheets we are going to combine, we are going to create a report. No formula, no function, no merge query, no append query. Now we are going to get the help from Power Pivot and we are going to do this. Very powerful and very important and a simple feature. We'll go for a break then. So after the break, we'll see this feature, the most important feature. This is which you are going to do it frequently, multiple sheets combining and creating the report. Non-identicals. When you download the data from SAP, it looks like this. So try to come early, we'll finish off early. Yes.